Okay, moving right along. Jonathan, I'll set this story up for you. And then, yeah, I want you to talk about it because this is pretty interesting. And I was
Yeah.
just telling you about this, how you shouldn't be talking to the computer. Um, so a teen killed himself after months of encouragement from ChatGPT lawsuit claims. So OpenAI, there's a lawsuit filed against OpenAI for allegedly encouraging a 16-year-old boy to kill himself. The lawsuit alleges that the boy engaged in long conversation with ChatGPT with encouragement which encouraged him to take his own life. OpenAI has acknowledged the potential risks associated with long conversations with ChatGPT and is implementing safeguards to address risk. So, the 16-year-old boy, his name was Adam Rain, who killed himself after months long conversation with ChatGPT. And yeah, this is horrible and an example of iRobot. Jonathan?
This is, I mean, this is terrible. Yeah, this is terrible. And I think one of the areas we really have to address is, yes, on one side, it's a landslide of everybody's excited about AI. These are
Mhm.
the advances of AI. This is what AI is going to be able to do for our career. This is what AI is going to be able to do for us. But j- just as often as when you play sports and when you win, you don't see the deficiencies in that game
Mhm.
because you won, right? So this is a loss. This is a big L that OpenAI is taking. But why does it have to come to this for them to be able to put guidelines in place? Why
Absolutely.
why weren't some of these considered before? Right.
Mhm.
So navigating through that and thinking about that and now him taking his life, this is heartbreaking, man. This is really heartbreaking. And then as they began to put standards in place, who's to say when is enough? When is enough in place? How do we know the right proper protocols are in place? How do we know if we don't, put this prompt or put that prompt, then that's going to circumvent, the railroads they put in place or guardrails they put in place to help us alleviate this in the future.
Okay, yeah,
Dad,
your
what what
dad.
what
Yeah,
what
your
what are
dad
your
has something to
thoughts?
say. Yeah.
John, Producer Britt, the last time I checked, I think this is law talk, right? And
This
not
is.
love talk.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to
This
us.
is law talk, not love talk. Okay? Let's back up for a moment.
Mhm.
Let's take is this a loss for AI or is this a loss for the family who allowed this child to be on the computer to do this
Mm,
to himself?
Mm.
First off, let's back this train up. So often we want to blame technology and blame the computer and blame the TV. But wait a minute, where are the parents? Where are the
mm,
guidelines in the home? Where's the responsibility of the party who's the custodian of this kid?
Mm.
Yes, it's tragic. Yes, it's sad. But this is law. And when we're looking at law, we're looking at who caused it. Was there harm? Was there a duty? Was there a breach of that duty? Are we
mm,
going to make the computer responsible for what you asked me to give you? Okay.
mm.
Now, I
Mm.
don't know how this case is going to play
Mm.
out, but
Wow.
we have to really, when we're talking about these issues, yeah, they're hard, but then we
Mhm.
have to back up and kind of drain the swamp of the emotion, and let's just look at the legal aspects of it.
Never thought about what you just said about with are they at fault because the computer gave him what he asked for? Oh my
Yeah, because I'm
goodness.
curious to know. I mean, yes, after
Yikes.
long months of conversation with the AI, what are you asking it?
Oh, he asked it a lot of questions. I read the complaint. It was about 40 pages. I read it. He asked it, how do I do this? What will be the impact of me tying this belt around my neck?
Mm,
You are the only
Mm.
one that'll listen to me.
wow.
AI responded, validating him. He said, my mother is not listening to me. He said, oh, it's a hard, and ChatGPT said it's a horrible thing to not be heard by your mother, right? And the
Oh.
response, yes, that's
Wow.
horrible. So ChatGPT nurtured and coached based on the prompts and questions that this young man was asking. And he attempted what, 3 or 4 times to commit suicide?
As
Wow.
many as 650 messages a day. The
Uh-huh.
court filing claims that
Yeah.
the conversations
Jeez.
were extinct, and then even And then even it said in the article that it said Sam Altman alleging that the version of ChatGPT at that time, known as 40, was rushed to market despite clear safety issues.
Mm.
Well, okay. So what we're looking at here is one of the arguments that the plaintiffs are bringing is that if ChatGPT can regulate and protect copyright, then why can't it regulate and protect life? Okay,
Mm.
copyright. If it can regulate and raise a flag that you use copyright material, then why
Mm.
can't it regulate when somebody is threatening to take their life? That's a valid
Ooh.
argument. That's a great
Okay.
point, right?
Mhm.
That's a great point. But
Mhm.
what we're looking at here is this manufacturer going to be held liable for putting a defective product in the stream of commerce? That's what we're dealing with
Mm.
here. Is ChatGPT a defective product? Basically, what the question that the court's going to have to deal with is, can words be considered a defect?
Mhm.
Ooh.
And if words can be
Mm.
considered a defect, then what about your book that tells somebody how to do something? What about your article that tells somebody to do something that could be harmful to them? Where are we going with this? It's going to be interesting to see how the court plays this one out.
Oh
Yeah,
my
that
goodness.
is interesting.
Wow.
Man,
So
those are all
what?
good points.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, Dad, does this mean that this one potential case with Chat GPT has the ability to rewrite some law or put some other standards in place? Because if we talking about
Absolutely.
books and oh my goodness, books, articles,
Yes.
blogs.
Yes,
Oh.
bots, anything mechanical that's
Mhm.
putting information out there that's going to cause somebody to commit death. And by the way, you got a strict liability case, you got a negligence charge, and you got a wrongful death and survival action case. You got about four cases going here, four complaints within this particular
Mm.
case that the plaintiffs are asking for relief or asking for damages, because we got damages, right? The
Mhm.
damage is loss of life.
Right.
Now
Mm-hmm.
we just got to find the cause, the duty, and the breach of duty. And
Mm-hmm.
then, then it's a matter of, let's write a check. Because
Wow.
in the eyes of the law, life is measured by way of dollars and cents, the value of your life, like we said last week. So it's very interesting. These cases always are interesting. And guess where they always come from? Every one of these cases always come from California. California.
Ah.
California. Everything starts
Yeah.
in California, from the West
Tech.
Coast to the East Coast. Okay.
And
Mhm.
tech.
California is known for litigation that moves the needle. It's a common
Mm.
saying in the legal profession.
Wow.
It's
Wow.
exciting. It's
Mm.
sad, but it's
Mm.
exciting because at the end
Mm.
of the day, we're emotional about it, right? But when you
Mm.
back up out of it, you just got to look at the facts. You got to look at the law, and you got to see where you got to look and see where the gavel gonna fall. Where the gavel gonna fall? Where the gavel gonna fall? What the judge
Oh
gonna
man. Wow, wow. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Because even I just want to hit this part in the article. It said Jay Eggleston, the family's lawyer, said on X, the Rains allege that deaths like Adams were inevitable. They expect to be able to submit evidence to a jury that OpenAI's own safety team objected to the release of 40, and that one of the company's top safety researchers, I can't pronounce that name, quit over it. The lawsuit alleged that beating its competitors to market with the new model catapulted the company's valuation from 86 billion to 300 billion. Just like you always talk about that, it's a money conversation. So they're trying to rush to the market, money conversation, and deaths like this were inevitable. God, that's tough to
follow the
read.
money trail if
Mm.
you want to understand the law.
My,
And
Mm.
my.
that's one of the complaints that the plaintiffs are raising is the unfair competition, or they caused this harm by being competitive and not really putting a safe product in the market.
Mm.
So exciting news, ladies.
Mm,
Mm. Mm.
mm.
Do you have anything for us, Attorney Fred Jones? Anything that we should be aware of? Keep our eyes open, head on a swivel. Any information that we
Well,
need
the
to
things
know?
that we've already talked about, the whole AI boom is big out here, right?
Mhm.
And that's the main thing. The biggest thing that people are asking themselves about AI, if I put it in,
Mhm.
who owns what come out? That's a
Right.
big question that's on
Mhm.
people's mind. Number one,
Mhm.
who owns what comes out? Number one. Number two, they're asking themselves, is it ethical? Is it ethical for me to put out what I have gotten from AI into the market? Okay, that's the second thing. And number
Mm,
three, am I going to control and manage my own voice? So let me help you out real
Mhm.
quick. The main thing you want to do when you putting anything into AI is you want to make sure you register your copyright. Point number one, get in touch with a lawyer and register your copyright. Oh, don't try to do it on the cheapo. If you do, you're gonna pay more. Okay. If you do it on the cheapo, you're gonna end up paying more because you're gonna lose it. Okay.
Mhm.
Number two, you want to trademark. Trademark your name. Trademark your image. Trademark your likeness. Trademark everything now. If you
Mhm.
want to maintain authenticity and maintain your voice, trademark. And number three, take your intellectual property serious because AI is a writing machine, and writing is what we get copyright to. And in our creativity, our brands, our businesses, we need to mark that and be distinguishable, or else we're going to get lost in the ocean called AI.
mm.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay. Jonathan?
All right,
Mm.
man. That's strong. That's strong
Mm.
coffee right there. That's strong coffee, man. So everybody out there, okay, make sure you're protecting yourself. And if you don't have access to legal counsel, well, guess what? Now you do. Go to fredjoneslaw.com. Okay, fredjoneslaw.com. Be sure to connect with attorney Fred Jones because he can get you to where you're trying to go. Okay, and make sure that you'll be protected as you get to some more. Okay, some more money right there. But
Oh,
we're about to take a quick commercial break. And we're going to come right back with more speaker success in the morning after this.